So what could go wrong in one of the biggest live productions in North America? Everything? Well, Coachella, the music festival, of course, is off to an awkward start, to say the least. So let's get right into it with some of the cringiest and most awkward moments that have happened so far. Starting off with your favorite Lana Del Rey, one of the biggest stars in the world right now and in music. Lana had some serious mic troubles during her performance, and according to The Guardian's Alana, it led to some awkward pauses and moments where Lana had to signal to the crowd to keep the momentum going. She even had to stop mid-set for a sound check, which is probably the last thing that you want to do when you're in the middle of performing in front of thousands of people. Moving on to Grimes. If you don't remember Grimes, you will now, because Grimes had a really rough time during her performance, where she was dealing with some major tech issues. Apparently her song started playing at double speed, which must have been pretty wild, and when she couldn't sort it out, she let out some frustrated screams, and some curses in there too. And I would too, Grimes. I would too. I actually heard that Elon Musk was in the crowd laughing while he was playing around with a little metal controller with a little speed indicator. But there's no way that man had anything to do with it, right? Nelly Fado. Have you ever seen a live performer wipe out on stage? Probably not as often as you'd think. So, what happened to Nelly Fado? Let me tell you, this girl's a true performer, because check this out. She completely wipes out, I'm talking head over heels, while performing her hit song, Eat Your Man. And she decided to eat the stage. And she paid the price for it too, with a bloody finger injury, as she posted to her Instagram story after saying, "Literally left it all out on the stage, including my blood." Now that's a trooper, because she didn't even stop singing. She wiped out, she put the microphone back right up to her mouth, and kept going. God, Nelly, I wish I could be like you. Moving on to Tiana Taylor, who got mad during an interview and stormed out of the interview, leaving the interviewer on the verge of tears. And unfortunately, this seems like it was not exactly what it seemed, because at the end of the day, it was revealed that this was just all a prank. Yep. There was some sort of Jenga game going on while there seemed to have been a question brought up regarding Tiana and Leonardo DiCaprio, and that was like her taking point, and she stormed off. And moving on to what, in my opinion, was probably the most awkward moment thus far.
And now y'all like just making this even more messy than what it is. Like,
the big band by the name of Blur attempted to get their crowd pumped up while they were about to perform their hit song, but they were actually just met with crickets. Not just once, but several times. To the point where finally, Damon Albarn, the leading singer of the band, got so fed up that he told the crowd that they might as well just sing out loud, because the band is just never coming back to perform at Coachella again. See, fans are actually getting really upset because of how technically lame this crowd was towards their favorite band, and while they were trying to perform their 1994 hit, Girls and Boys, let's just say that they tried to get the fans to sing along to the chorus, but it was just dead silent. Put it this way, he got really frustrated, to the point where he declared that obviously they wouldn't be returning to the festival, where he specifically said, "You'll never be seeing us again, so you might as well bleeping sing it along." And those were his exact words, kind of. Obviously, clips of this moment started to go viral on social media, and fans started ripping on Coachella as a whole, saying that the festival has the worst vibes and declaring that they don't deserve to be graced by the presence of Blur. And a couple die-hard Blur fans actually had this to say on social media, and this is where it gets juicy. This person said, "Coachella people do not deserve this Blur set list. You're joking. Lord, please take away all my suffering and give it to the Blur crowd at Coachella. Why does everyone at Coachella low-key want Blur passed away? The crowd for Blur at Coachella was so embarrassing. Damon, I'm so sorry I wasn't there." Another person said, "America, you don't deserve Damon. You don't deserve Blur. I should be at Coachella watching Blur and no doubt perform back to back, and not these children. They don't get it. Coachella, you do not deserve to be graced by the presence of Blur." And it seems like there was a serious disconnect between the generation that obsesses over this band and the generation that attended Coachella. But yeah, super awkward having no one to sing along to your hit song in a crowd full of thousands of people. This might honestly come down to the set planners and hiring Blur, knowing what their crowd was going to be. So, in the last awkward moment of the festival, we have a love confession moment between Tyler, the creator, and one of his friends who admitted that they had feelings for Tyler. In case you weren't in the loop, as I wasn't until I came up with this video, a celebrity named Jared Carmichael confessed that he had feelings for Tyler. And Tyler had been tight with Jared but laughed it off, and they actually tried to hash it out on Jared's reality show, but yeah, Tyler just wasn't really giving in. Tyler ended up briefly addressing it live on stage before his set, and people are saying that it was just insanely awkward and that he probably shouldn't have mentioned anything at all and just left it at home. And that's all we got for you in terms of awkward moments at Coachella thus far, but which one of these moments was the cringiest? And do you ever care to attend Coachella? Are you of the generation that cares to see Blur? Would you have sung along to the chorus? Let me know down in the comments below. From the team here at FTD News, I'm your host Pepe. I hope you have a splendid day.